up on my screen. Issa, Bako, and VDM. Issa Bako came a few days ago stating why he does not like VDM, right? And this is the video.
The reason I do not like Very Dark Man is because of all the people I have seen in Nigeria who make content about Nigeria, of all the youth in Nigeria, of everyone that I have seen from social media, I don't know on the boots on the ground, from social media, there is no one in Nigeria right now that has the power to start a revolution like Very Dark Man. Nobody in Nigeria right now has the power to start a revolution like Very Dark Man. Why has he not done it? Why has he never come out and called for a revolution? Why has the things he has seen in Nigeria never gotten him so angry to say, you know what, fuck this shit? Because for him, this system works. This system works for Very Dark Man. He makes his living off of your pain. He needs this system to stay in place. He needs to keep going to state and talking nonsense. He needs y'all to keep giving him money. He needs to be an activist. He needs all of this. He needs this system is exactly how, like, this guy goes to sleep every night. It's like, I love Nigeria. He wakes up in the morning, stretches. I love Nigeria. Not the idea of what Nigeria could be. He loves Nigeria as it is.
Now, this is VDM's reaction.
Hey.
All right, so my brother, I get your point. So you were saying that Very Dark Man have this power. He has so much influence on a lot of youths. A lot of Nigerians believe in Very Dark Man. He has the power to call for a revolution, and a lot of people are going to come out. But why haven't Very Dark Man done it yet? You see, I am self-aware. I know the influence I have. From the day we did the Ratel events at the Abuja Stadium and all the crowd, from our monthly events, the amount of youths that come out, the foot soldiers, the people on ground, they are all there. Why haven't Very Dark Man called for a revolution? I've asked myself that question. But then I always get the answer. Why? Which people am I calling a revolution? On behalf of what people? These Nigerians? Come on, I can't do that. These Nigerians? Against who? Who am I calling the revolution against? Against these politicians? These leaders? No, I can't do that. I'm sorry. And you know why? These politicians that you see as bad, as evil, as demonic, they are the exact reflection of who the people are. These Nigerians are more bad and more evil than the politicians that you see in power. I swear to God, an average Nigerian is worse than the politician. You see? Okay, let's say we lead a revolution like you all want. Who are the youth, or who are the people that are going to replace this leader? We kick Tinubu out, kick Shetima, come out all these people. Which youth? What kind of orientation do they have? What kind of mindsets do they have? Are they responsible enough to take charge of this country? What youth are you talking about? Who are you going to put in power? Are they productive enough? Let's start with my own state, Edo State, the youth and the mindsets that they have there. Most of them do fraud. You go to Edo, you go to Delta, most of them, they press. Asaba boys, Benin boys, they press. Now you ask yourself, what do they do with that money? Some of them clean up $500,000, $300,000, $1 million. What do they do? First things first, they buy a beautiful car. They buy a house. Then they open a club or they open a hotel. When you go to Edo State, Benin, you see hotel. Do you see the mindset? Then guess what? They pack security. They follow, they say, wow. Most of the youth want to do exactly what these politicians are doing, but they want to do it better. The youth that you have in Nigeria want to steal better than the politicians. What orientation do they have? Are they
Uh, VDM, I feel like it's so unfair what you did in your last message to generalize all Nigerians as incapable of leading a country because of the boys in your state, the Asaba boys, right? The same Nigerians that came out to protest when you were kidnapped by the EFCC. You do not generalize them. You do not say that those are good Nigerians. The same Nigerians that come out every end of the month to clean their states. Those are not good Nigerians. The same Nigerians that came out to protest for NSAS, police brutality. Those are not good Nigerians. The same Nigerians 2023 election, regardless of the kind of harassment, fiscal abuse they faced, they came out to register their PVC and vote. Those are not good Nigerians. It is so unfair for you. It is so hypocritical of you to use a minority to judge majority because you just condemned the entire, you condemned Nigerians that they are not worth revolution because of the boys in your state, the Asaba boys in your state that are into fraud. You just told Nigerians you're not worth a revolution. You are worth this government that you people deserve this government that is ignoring this jihad movement, killing people left and right. That you people are better off with this government than for you people to revolt and take control and put an end to these atrocities once and for all. You just looked at Nigerians in the face. And the Nigerians in your comment section that are hailing you are the most foolish because they don't even understand the message you pass because they're not intellectual enough to understand what you said to them. These are the same Nigerians that donate to your NGO every month, but yet they are not well to do and they're not worth a revolution because you feel they're not capable. When you want donation from the public, you don't generalize. When you want support, when you get arrested and people come out to protest, you don't generalize. When you want help from Nigerians, you don't generalize. But when they're asking for revolution, you're generalizing. You're using the assumption because of the bad reputation of the boys in your state. You're doing what Americans do to anybody that identifies as a Nigerian online. What these Western countries, you're acting like PayPal and all these people that blocks Nigerians on everything. Nigerians get harassed at the airport just for identifying as a Nigerian because of the bad people who have brought shame on us. We are suffering the consequences of some bad eggs in Nigeria. And that's so unfair. And as someone that travels up and down, you know how unfair you've been treated. The moment you show your green passport, you're going to be treated differently from people in that same queue because you identify as a Nigerian. Generalization is very, very bad. And what you did, you generalized and categorized all Nigerians as what? Incapable. That in this whole Nigeria, everybody's compromised and nobody wants the country to be better. Nobody can lead. Nobody has integrity because you're the only person in the country that have integrity. Now, right, before I address VDM, let me first of all break down who this Issa Bako is. Because a lot of people are making videos concerning this man, insulting him. Now, let me break down who this guy is. This guy, Issa Bako, is the son of Yakubu Bako, who was a colonel, right, under the administration of Sani Abacha. His father was the governor of Akwa Ibom State under the military administration of what? Sani Abacha. That his father was the right-hand man to Sani Abacha. So his father was instrumental in the forming of Nigeria, the structure of the failure structure of what Nigeria is today. It started from like his dad was amongst the people that structured Nigeria, the old generation, the generation that have still been in power to now. His family is the most powerful family in Nigeria. The Bako family, I know you've never heard about them. In fact, where they are, Tinubu no rich. Tinubu no fit off for where this family dey. Now, this guy is against what his dad did, and several times he has stated it. He has even come online to explain what happened, the history of Nigeria, because most of us don't understand the history. He has openly said he's against what the father did, what the parents' generation did. And he has explained his stance on why he now wants Nigeria. In fact, his whole movement is against what that generation did. Now, I don't know for you, But someone who his father was a general was a colonel under Sani Abacha in an APC-led government. That should show you APC has been in power since 1990 something. In an APC-led government, the government which is responsible for the failure structure of what Nigeria is, the Bako family. For someone who has his plates in the government to suddenly turn his back on his family, because according to what he said, he has problems with his family. He's not in good standing with them. For him to turn his back, this is someone that has a seat in the government. Because one thing you need to know about this elite is that the circle, they never let power leave their circle. These people run the government and they prepare the government to be overtaken, to be passed on to their children. Tinubu is preparing his legacy for when he goes, his son will take over power, right? And that is how so many of all these elite circles are. Bako had a place in the government, APC-led government, one of the most powerful families. So if someone like that is coming out to tell you Nigerians to fight for revolution and he's actively looking for revolution for Nigeria to change, I don't see any reason why you insult him. I thought by the explanation, the 2 minutes video he made was enough to critically explain to you why people need this revolution. But Nigerians were insulting him. People made a lot of video, like this woman now. See the video this woman made.
Allegedly, the guy that very dark man just responded to, American guy wey dey find revolution up and down. My brother, your American accent does not equate sense. Now wetin I just see for there. If no be say very dark man answer you, you no deserve a response. You are not different from D1 and every other person wey dey talk rubbish. You're not.
You understand what I'm saying? And it really pains me because Nigeria lack critical thinking. The guy gave a powerful information that you people should fight for revolution while you can. For someone that his father has been in the government and he understands geopolitics more than you and I, he understands a lot of things that you don't understand. He's seen some certain things and he's telling people that now, in case you don't know, this is what happened a few days ago. And this message is for VDM. VDM made a video a few days ago responding to this Isabako guy, telling him why the revolution might not come. VDM used a percentage to generalize the whole Nigeria. A percentage, okay, let's say in your state, some of your boys are doing Yahoo. Where you're from, the state you're from, they are doing Yahoo, they're buying hotels. VDM used that percentage of people to compare and judge a whole 220 million Nigerians, out of which 8 something million are the youths. And when I mean youth is not just someone in your 20s. You start from 20s up to your 40s. VDM is trying to tell you people that in the whole 18 million youth, there is no responsible person in their 40s who cannot lead Nigeria. The president of France, Emmanuel Macron, Tinubu is twice the age of Macron. And you're telling me that a youth cannot lead this country because apparently we are worse than the leaders. So VDM is trying to tell you that the alternate is better to be in the Tinubu's government that is actively, right, and allegedly as well, behind not just his administration, the administration behind him, and the previous administration behind the previous administration, as revealed by the US aid under Barack Obama's regime, that the US aid was used to sponsor terrorism in Nigeria. From Goodluck Jonathan's regime till now, terrorism has been sponsored in Nigeria, and the Trump administration exposed that. That's the US aid. Because you're wondering, first of all, you'll be wondering where these people are getting the machinery, where they're getting their weapons from. Terrorism is being funded. A lot of people in the military are leaving the military because they are told at the front line not to kill military. Now this is
wallahi 24 hours kadai ya isa ba da ƙara jin ƙarar bindiga ba sai ta ma'aikaci. A ba mu dama a gani mana. Ya sa a zo kullum sai dai a ringa ɗauke yaran talakawa.
Talking about Operation Safe Corridor. So many people have asked that questions. Why do we need to rehabilitate criminals? They all should be killed. Because they kill people. Well, that may make sense. But even in the Bible, we heard about the prodigal son. If there was not that window for the man to come back, would they have come back? So the point is that these are Nigerians, mostly. And it's important for us to give them that window to repent.
It's the video I want people to react to. Look at this video.
Watch this. Watch your country. No
There,
amount of propaganda can erase this. This is sad.
there,
These are the people they want to rehabilitate and send back to the society. Watch.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
there's an Islamic caliphate happening in Nigeria at the moment. There's an Islamic caliphate, which is an Islamic conquest, right? And what happened in Iran in the 1976? Iran was once a Christian nation. I don't know if you people know. Go and read the history of Iran. 70% was Christian, 30% was Muslim, right? And then the Islamic regime started. Basically, what's happening in Nigeria was what happened in Iran. Some few fraction of Muslims with extreme ideologies, radical is extreme Islamic ideologies, right? Started picking from communities and killing, because one thing to know, Islam expands by war, conquest. Nobody is converting to that religion of their own free will. It's by war, conquest is forced, right? And that is how Islam spread by. Because one of the problems of Nigeria is religious extremism. And there is a jihad movement happening in Nigeria, and these people are on the move. They are soldiers, Islamic conquest, Islamic caliphate happening. And someone, a US military general, was predicting that in 10 years' time, Nigeria will be an Islamic nation, fully Islamized. In fact, in your US, in the Nigerian army logo, there is an Arabic symbol that was secretly put there. You tell me when Nigeria became an Arabic country for Arabic symbols to be there, right? But yes, there's an Islamic caliphate that's in less than 10 years. Islam will take all over Nigeria from all nook and cranny. They have conquered the north, and there is no way. If you believe that they will stop at the north, then you're an idiot. If you believe that these Islamic Fulani people that are going and massacring, hacking people into two, they will stop at their communities, you are an idiot, a complete fool for that matter. And I promise I will not insult anybody on the social media. But yet, VDM is telling you indirectly that it's better that the Tinubu's government and the government after Tinubu, the people who have made Nigeria worse, the people who are actively sponsoring these terrorists in their boldness, with the compromised military we have. VDM is telling you it's better that these people remain in government than for the few corrupt, because according to the VDM, every Nigerian is into fraud. He gave an instance of what the fraudsters in the state are doing. He said, is it the people that I want in government? He's also forgetting that every end of the month, Ratels come out to clean every state and city, good citizens, right? He doesn't remember that not everybody likes the way Nigeria is. Not everybody is compromised. Like, of course, VDM has painted himself as the only person in Nigeria with self-integrity. There are a lot of people in this country with integrity, people who will not accept the bribe. There are a lot of people, and there are a lot of good citizens that want this country to be better. If not, at the end of the month, nobody should be leaving their house to come and clean up their city. You're already seeing dedication. People want the country to be better. And it's unfair for you, VDM. I'm addressing you, it's unfair for you to use a whole 80 million Nigerians. I know I'm not involving the elderly people. I'm involving the youth from 18 years of age to 45. That is what we describe as the youth, right? For you to use these people, to use the example of what is happening in your state, to use and generalize and categorize all Nigerians as people who are not worthy of this revolution, a revolution that would save their life. Because one thing about Nigerians are too myopic. Nigerians are not looking at the bigger picture. Nigerians are not looking at the future. In less than 10 years, this country will be Islamized. There's an Islamic caliphate going on. They are marching in their numbers. There's an Islamic. This is a move. VDM, you know this place. You've gone to all these neighborhoods. You receive information faster than the average Nigerians. In all this plateau, Benue State, there's no way you are not told that these things are Islamic people, and they are wiping and they are ethnically cleansing Christians and Muslims alike who don't share in their belief, ideology. And their mandate is for what? For the push and the expansion of Islam across Nigeria. That is why Tinubu was allowed into government. They were unhappy with the last administration. Buhari did not really do a good job. They were unhappy with him, and Tinubu was promised government if he will allow them to expand. That is why the government is not paying attention to the killings. Nigerians, you need to wake up. We are at war. So I don't know what alternate reality is better for you. We do a revolution now and save ourselves for future bloodshed. Because the bloodshed that is happening now is nothing compared to if we don't remove these people from government. Issa Bako is telling you people to remove this guy from government because his father was one of the people that worked. His father was in the system. His family is in the system, and he actively knows what is coming. Right? One of the most powerful family. Have you ever seen it anywhere? Have you ever seen such a thing where a child will go astray because he's an astray child? That's what I'll call him. But for the right cause, rather than enjoy the wealth of his family, one of the most powerful families, he went away and is actively using his platform to expose and teach and educate you people. Not for fools like this to come and be mentioning, calling him names in the comment section. You people don't even watch the video. Before you watch the video, you've already opened the comment section to hear what other people think. And when you see that 80% of the comment is insulting you, you join to insult. You lack critical thinking. You people are not sufficiently educated to listen to a video and extrapolate on the point. You people are too emotional and sentimental. Nigerians too emotional and sentimental. Anybody who watched that Issa Bako video will understand this guy laid a whole lot of points. And it was not even a hate to VDM. It's him pointing at the frustration that with this kind of influence you people have, you guys should have marched for a revolution to destroy the structure that my father put in the government that is affecting us to today. You people are telling him he should come from abroad and start the revolution. You don't know that you need to have an influence to do the revolution. What influence does he have? He's telling people that VDM has that influence for the first time in a long time. We have someone in our generation who has the influence of Fela Kuti, and that person does not want to use his influence. Why you still have time? Because we still have time. The Islamist people are on the move. Jihad is on the move in Nigeria. They are killing people. It's no longer a secret any longer. The military is compromised. You people are just laughing in the comment section and calling names and praising VDM. You people are not thinking about the future. A future of Nigeria fully Islamized, where your daughters cannot go out without the escort of a man. Your daughters are forced to wear hijab. How many Nigerians are educated on Sharia law? Do you know I've stopped a lot of Nigerians and asked them what they think about Sharia law? None of them could give an opinion. They don't even know what Sharia law is. You are fighting an enemy that is coming to conquer you, and you don't even understand the ideology of that enemy to push back against it. Because if people knew what this enemy is all about and what their goal was, you would have pushed back. If a lot of people knew what Sharia law is and the kind of bloodshed that will come through what they are pushing for, people would have pushed back. People would have fought back. The Yoruba kingdom fought against Islam in the past. The Igbo kingdom fought against Islam. Our forefathers pushed against this ideology because they knew what it was. But yet this generation is just distracted. They are going to church every Sunday where their pastor is telling them that all will be well. Meanwhile, there is trouble in the land. The town criers are sounding their alarm, but you are not listening. People on social media who know better are warning you people, but you are not listening until it's too late. Right? Because you're in the east, you think you're safe. One of the reasons why they've not really killed so much in the east was because of Biafra movement, Biafra Liberation Army. But Nnamdi Kanu is out of the way. Biafra is as weak as it is. We are left defenseless. So what do you think when they're done with the north? You think they will end at the north? Yorubas, they're already attacking Yoruba community. You people know these things, but you don't want to wake up. Because you go to church every Sunday, your pastor who is in line with the government, who is in bed with the government, right, is giving people false hope. What do you think happens when you're going to church every Sunday and the pastor says everything is fine, all is well, you're blessed, no harm shall come to you and your family? You're left to this false hope because most of people are religiously indoctrinated. Until one day you wake up and these Islamists are at your door, because you're not different from the family of four that was slaughtered in Benue or Kano or Plateau. You're no more Christian than the Christians that have been killed in the north. Islam is here and it's going to wipe out everything in its path, except we push back, except we start this revolution and remove the people that are sponsoring them. And that is what this guy is talking about. That is the bigger picture. This is why revolution must happen, to preserve our heritage and our life and our family and our loved ones. If I have to deal with a generation of fraudsters inside the government, right? If that's the option I have, I would rather go for it than being with a generation of people who have been in the government since 1970, right? And they are the ones that have been funding terrorism in Nigeria for the sake of their religious, goal, ideology. The sooner people wake up, the better for you.